knowledge is power, but knowledge is power only when you apply it, right? So the three main topics that I got was practical, visionary, and connecting. So the takeaways are intended to sharpen thinking, enrich life, and develop a network of wholesome and mutually supportive contacts. So these three things, we'll go one by one to go over it. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask, and we'll talk more about it, okay? So practical is common sense. It's the knack of seeing things as they are and doing things as they ought to be done. So this theme could also be called common sense, right? So a lot of times when we talk about common sense, or when I talk about common sense, is something that, you should already know when to do or how to do it. When you kind of ignore the common sense rule, it never actually, comes your way. The favor, the luck, it doesn't come your way, because the decision making, the debating skills, managing uncertainty, disrupting the status quo, dealing with failure, planning, managing time, and others, these are all common sense stuff. So I'll give you an example. I know for a fact that if I don't call my guys in the morning to see how they're doing and just say hello or send them a text message, I know that maybe some of my guys, one, would not be working. Two, they would not be managing their time right. Examples of managing time would be they're starting at 12 o'clock. They're starting at 1 o'clock. They're doing errands while they're working. Or they're just plain out just not organized. Okay? The decision making is not on point. They're having trainees meet with them at their house as opposed to the field, or they're having trainees wait for them while they get ready. So these are all common sense stuff. For leaders, we need to focus on that. The idea is to enable leaders to prepare for potential threats and be ready to take advantage of opportunities when they arise. So that's the goal of common sense, is to help them prepare for issues that occur. There's so many times that I've experienced where problems will always occur every single day. But for team leaders and partners, we have to be ready to, when the door opens, to actually close it, but also do that for your leaders as well. Because your leaders are, especially with the awesome point system, where leaders are getting promoted super fast. Because the leaders getting promoted super fast, they're getting super excited. They're trying to grow. They're trying to get promoted like Jeremy, but they're making more mistakes, and we have to prepare them. So the common sense thing is, hey, call them in the morning, call them at night, see how their day's going. If you haven't seen any speed checks, if you haven't seen or heard any questions they're asking, you got to check up on them. These are common sense. These are normal instincts that you should have as a leader. Improve performance as a leader. However, there is still no guarantee of success. I see that in a lot of people. I see that in myself. When I was that individual, I kind of when Ken told me stuff, or actually even Stefan or Annie, when they tell me stuff, I used to be that individual that said, hey Ken, you told me that. I did it. It didn't work. So I'm pissed off at Ken because I'm thinking he's telling me some BS. Hey, you told me that if I do this, it's gonna work. And it still doesn't work. So I'm not doing it no longer. That's so funny because there's no such thing as a guarantee, right? There's no such thing as because you did this, it's gonna be guaranteed to work. But if you do it as much as possible, and your common sense and your instinct is to do the right thing, it's gonna work over time, and that leads to luck, right? That leads to luck, and it leads to, where's the other one? Yeah, it leads to discipline. Okay, so luck and discipline. Discipline creates more luck, I personally feel. Why? It's because I know for a fact, guys, that if I'm like Stefan and he's waking up every morning and he's prepping for the call, if we all prep for the call for our leaders, if we prep how we package our way of speaking, if we prep, our calls, our 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, and we're talking and we're creating more of a discipline factor where our guys are able to learn, guess what? Our guys are ready for luck to happen, right? It's like playing a game and not knowing the rules. If you don't know the rules, you can't set yourself up for a layup. You can't set yourself up for someone to give an easy sail and land it on your hands, because guess what? You did all the wrong shit. You did everything wrong. So there's no luck on your side. Lady Luck is not on your side. If you play blackjack, right? If you play blackjack and you hit on 18, well, let me tell you, there's no luck. There's no way the dealer's gonna bust before you bust, because you're hitting on 18 because you don't know the rule. You don't have discipline enough to follow the rules. So discipline creates luck. Failure creates the best leaders, resilient and tough, and also able to accept other people can make mistakes as well. Leaders, team leaders, partners make mistakes. I still make mistakes. They know how it feels to lose, and they're back with a vengeance. They're back. They're ready to go. And just like myself, I lost multiple teams, but their great self-awareness and their direct knowledge repair and revive their hopes. So I've learned from my mistakes, and that's why I keep on going at it, because I'm not going to building or rebuilding a team not seeing what I've done wrong. I'm accepting what I've done wrong, and because I'm aware of it, my hopes are actually I feel that it's easy to rebuild a team. I'm confident that it's gonna be easy to rebuild a team. I'm confident that I could hit my quotas. A practical approach to leadership sees failure and success as two sides of the same coin. Smart leaders know whatever happens in the toss, it can be changed with another try. How do you feel? Do you feel that you're gonna get another trainee and because the other one quit, they're all gonna quit? I don't personally feel that. I personally feel that if a person quits, it's because I did something wrong, or I didn't follow the rules. I didn't follow the rules of the game. And there's always flaws in our game. I know for a fact when I dissect my guys on how they are, or if they quit or not, if a guy makes it, there's a pattern. A lot of people quit is because you didn't explain to them the reason why you're gonna stay an extra hour, 2 hours, and make it happen in the field. You didn't explain to them that we're gonna make it happen because we don't want to roll zero. We don't want to be a no zero club. We want to make money. We don't want to go home with. If you didn't explain that to them and you just work them like a horse, guess what? They're gonna quit on you. There's no preemptive strike. There's no preparation. And in professionalism, if you're in a car, I know when I first started, I used to play my music loud and shit before in 2000 like 12 or 10, like, used to play loud music and go all crazy. I was that individual, and my the girl on my team would be like, and it'll be just ruthless. Like music is still ruthless now today, even more ruthless. So if you don't understand what kind of individual this is, your music and how loud you play, it's not professional. If I get a lot of shirts and I try to pay for them as much as possible, is that if my shirt stinks and I don't smell good, it's not professional. If my hair is not clean cut all the time, now of course you don't have to be like me, but I cut my hair 2 times a week, it's not professional. I like to smell good, to feel good, so I could do good. You know, I like to make sure my pants is nicely creased on my slacks. I like that. That's just me. But that's the end for practical. Maybe we'll talk about visionary and connecting on the other calls. And thank you guys.
Thank you, Steve.